Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Boomer Zoomer podcast. I'm your boy Capo, a.k.a. Mr. Always Around. And today, I think we're doing something a little special today. Something you allowed me to do. Something that you're somebody that I like to pick your brain. I like the way you think. You give me that chance to ask you some questions, sort of like an interview, I guess, right?
Alrighty.
So you're somebody that I've met when I was 13, 12, around there. I was a teen when I met this gentleman. He's been in my life I was 13, I'm 28 now. He used to pick me up to go to train. We used to train at the park. Man, I've traveled with you. Man, we slept together. Slept beside each other. We slept next to each other. We slept next to each other. We slept next to each other. You stolen shorts from me, and I don't even know if I got those back or not. I think I did. But you're somebody that has been around for a long time. That I have picked your brain. You're somebody that I enjoy what we do together, and somebody that if I know if I need to bother you, you'll always answer. And somebody that somebody that I was really glad to be the past 2 weekends ago, to be there and see you succeed and get that title that you were struggling. Well, not struggling. Sorry, we need to edit that. Not struggling, but you worked so hard to get, right?
Yeah.
Something you aimed for. This is the man, the myth, the legend, Mestre Caroco.
What's going on? How's it going?
Everybody calls you Rocco, Rock. You're a man with many hats. Many hats. I've seen you as a father. I've seen you as a son. I've seen you as a mentor. I've seen you as somebody that teaches multiple people and able to be a leader. Somebody that can lead from afar. Even if you're not around, people still hold your word to what it is. So I guess my first question, these are little rapid fire. I want you just so people can kind of get a grasp who Rocco is. Yeah. All right. So they're simple questions. There's a couple of them. Don't think about it too fast. All right. Don't think about it too much.
All right.
All right. Are you ready?
Yep. Let's go. Shoot.
Las Vegas or San Diego?
Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, Las Vegas.
Favorite artist or band?
Favorite artist or band? Damn, that's hard, man. It changes so much. Ghostface Killer, just a top of my mind. Yeah.
Okay. Favorite concert you've gone to?
Heart Knock Life concert. Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Concert. Yeah.
What's a secret you've been keeping from your wife?
A secret?
Hey, they told me to ask that. You can skip that one. It's okay.
Yeah. Nah, she pretty much knows. She pretty much knows everything.
A day out camping or a day out shooting at the range?
Dude, man, that's hard. Both I really love. Damn. Both I really love. Damn.
I know you do.
Probably a day out shooting at the range.
Nice. I was wondering what you would answer that. Capoeira at the beach or inside of a studio?
Capoeira at the beach.
Yeah?
The ambiance of, just everything, the environment. Yeah. Capoeira at the beach.
It took me a long time to realize the trick of that, of playing in the wet sand, not in the dry sand. Yeah. Nobody tells you that. Everybody's like, oh, it's so cool to play at the beach. Yeah, play over there, not where the sand's gonna fly in your face. Do you rather play capoeira music or do you rather be playing capoeira?
I like both. I like both. To me, I feel the energy doing either. Yeah.
Shave their hairy.
Huh?
Shave their hairy.
Shaved or hairy?
Yep.
Shaved, man. Shaved.
I believe And I saw you. I saw the program last time when we were in San Diego. I was like, oh, that's the program he does every morning. I can see it.
Yeah. Shave every morning for I think for like 15, 16 years, something like that. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Gaming or watching or sitting down and watching a show?
Gaming, of course.
Gaming.
Yeah.
Podcasting or making skits?
I like both, but probably podcasting.
Podcasting? Yeah. Nice. And then final question. ASL? ASL.
Okay, so that could be a couple things. It could be age, sex, location, or it could be American Sign Language. Like
nah, the first one. You know you're old enough to know what that is.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
you don't have to say your location. You can say where you're born at least.
Where I'm born? No, I can say where I'm at. So yeah, so age 41, male, of course. You know, only thing I can be. And then location, the great Commonwealth of Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Yep.
Kentucky, beautiful place. Well, compared to where from Cali, but live in Vegas, so it's like, yeah, I don't see that much green.
Yeah, it's green. It's green here. Good food. Great bourbon. Yeah, that's
what they got you to go there. You're like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they got bourbon. Yeah, we got the Derby out here. Yes, it's a good time.
Yeah. So a question that I've always wondered, and I see, because you're a hardworking man. You're always hardworking. You're always busy. Even back then, you were like, all right, well, I have to go travel here, and then I got to go train, and then I'm gonna travel over here, and I'm gonna go train. What makes you work so hard?
I always like to be productive. I always like to try to better myself each day in different aspects of my life. So sometimes I have a really heavy focus on capoeira. The past few years, to be honest, I have a really heavy focus on my career and work. It's taken me all over the world, but I try to learn something every day, and I try to improve myself every day. So that's why, if I'm sitting idle, I'm just never happy just sitting idle. So.
That's true. I've seen you do that. I've seen you sit out and I'm like, this man wants to do something.
Yeah.
You've always been a good leader. Something that everybody would say about you, I think, is that you're a good leader. You're somebody that everybody wants to follow and have no problem following, and your word is always king. And as a good leader, I've always said, if I see my leader do it, I'm gonna do it too. And I know if you're gonna make me do something, you've gone through it already or you've done it already. So my question is, have you always been a natural leader, or was that something that someone put onto you?
I would have to say that I've had amazing examples in life. Me personally, I don't think that you could be a good leader without being able to be humble to follow and to learn from other people's leaderships, other people's mentorship in all aspects of life. That could be your parents, teachers. Capoeira could be your mestre or whatever. I know I learned a whole lot from my mestre, whole batunta. But I mean, even military wise, I've learned a lot from having some really great mentors, but also others, examples, and doing a lot of reading and studying. So I have to say that my view is that if you can humble yourself to follow someone, you can learn those attributes. I don't know if it's a natural leader. I would never think of myself like that, but I know I learned so much from others, and seeing what right looks like, and also being able to listen to others that are there with you, in the fight with you, or on the same team with you, being able to listen to others, or if somebody is following you, getting their perspective on things too, not just being bullheaded to do something, and because you'll get other people's perspectives, and it could be so much more valuable. And I know a lot of other people are much more creative than me, So I think that's how I feel about that aspect of leadership.
Yeah, because that's, I mean, I call you boss because you act like a boss. I don't mind following you around and be like, oh, if he says do something, all right, well, I'm gonna do it. No matter what. You know, even going back to like capoeira like days when we would travel, and it was like, hey, get in the harder. Like when we were going to other people's place, like don't be scared to get in there, get in there. Like, all right, you know what? My mentor, my boss, my leader said, hey, you should do it. All right, cool. I'm gonna do it. And that's something like, I've always noticed about you. You're a really good leader. You lead people. You lead people when you're not even around. That people take your word, and it's what's gonna happen. And you hit something that like I do want to ask you, and it's what keeps you humble, because you have accolades. You have so many achievements that you've gotten on your jacket, and you could be a douchebag, and people will be like, yeah, that kind of makes sense.
One thing that I think that like I always believed in, like being humble, is that in the world, interacting with others, like it will open up doors for you. Like you'll be able to make so many more new friends, and you never know the type of things that people are going through in their lives. So I always believe in being polite. I always believe in meeting a person where they're at. uh, I value the fellow man that when I meet people. And so a lot of times I'm very thankful to be in a position that I'm in, or be just in the presence of people. Just be in the presence of people. Like it's a very humbling thing to go somewhere and be accepted, or to share, or have others share with you. Where kindness will take you, like in life, is very, very far. Like I've been all around the world, and I believe in giving respect to others, and and pretty much almost everywhere that I've gone, when I've given respect to others, it has been definitely directed back to me. So and that's kind of where most people, like in the world, things are hard in life as it is. So somebody just to give that the kindness, respect, to be courteous, I think that goes a long way. So that's where I see being humble. And I look at people as important, and that's a rarity nowadays for someone to you just encounter someone, that person's life has value. So that's where I mean, if I was to say, I mean, I would hope somebody would feel that way about me when they see me. I know in the world not everything's like that, but I would want to be treated that way, so I make sure that I treat others in that kind of kindness.
Yeah, and it shows. It shows because as a person, you're an amazing person. But because under training, Jesus Christ, is a different person.
So when it's come to that, I really have to credit my mother with with training or whatever. She was a track coach. She was a boxing coach, and she was very, very like driven, and very, very hard. Like she wanted results, and she got those results. It was stern, but I mean, she was stern but fair, and there was no hand holding. And what I liked about it was that when we would have a team, she would treat me and my brother no different than anybody else on the team. She was
Right.
she was stern but fair.
Stern, yep.
And so I think as far as like my teaching, I think that's where I got a lot of my influence, was from just watching my mother. Like watching my mother, because we were on a state championship track team. She did a lot as far as physical fitness. And
Where was this at?
this was in Indiana. This was in Las Vegas as well. When I was growing up, she had a state championship team in Indiana back in the '80s, and I was a part of that team long ago as a kid. So
Yeah.
yeah, like when people would see how I would play capoeira or see how I would teach or whatever, it did seem a lot different than if they were to, talk to me on the side.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
but it's essentially it's tough love,
1,000%. Yep.
essentially getting the results and trying to, help others pull that potential like out of them.
Yeah.
So I know it was very my mom was really successful in that, and that kind of goes back to leadership or whatever. Like none of the stuff I just came up with on my own. Like I've definitely followed examples of others, and just like Mestre Paulo, like running events, organizing class, dealing with like some of like the little dramas that people really don't think happen like in the class. Like I've seen, through like his example, how he's handled that type of stuff, and I've seen how like in other sports and stuff like that, like how my mom's handled type of stuff, and I kind of fashioned, off of that. And
yeah, and that's the thing. Like growing up, like it was like the best of both worlds, right? Like doing capoeira, like Moranga had the softer touch. He was more soft touch to the touch, but when Garasu came in, it was drill, and we would drill and then learn. But and Moranga was the same way. He would teach. He was an amazing teacher as well.
Definitely.
Which I thought you guys been like the perfect couple. I mean, team. Jesus Christ.
Definitely not.
I don't know what's going on with me today, but y'all made like the perfect team, and like that's why the group was so like big when you guys were both around. Where it's like, damn, like we got both of them today. All right, what are we gonna learn today? How long have you been doing capoeira again?
I've been doing capoeira since 1998.
How old were you?
98. I was 15 at the time.
Yeah. 15. Nice. You found that where'd you start?
I started capoeira in Las Vegas. I was introduced to it by someone that I knew locally, and then a few other people that came from Brazil. I was introduced to it, and then by the time I was 18, 19, went away to the military, to the Air Force. And then I got stationed back home there in Vegas, and pretty much that same year is when Mestre Paulo came and he opened up his group there. So I'd been playing capoeira for a little while before that. Back 98 opened up. The group opened up in 2002. But yeah, and like I had become, back then it was not many. I think it was like maybe 2 or 3 capoeira websites like on the internet, and not a whole lot of resources around. And so like I was very much like I got captivated by like all the different elements of capoeira. So for me, it was really hard to not have it around, or not be around it. So any chance that I got to learn different masters, different teachers, like when my master is around, I really like anything that they say I hold on to. And I was lucky enough that, I mean, he's world famous. He has so many friends that were mestres, and they will always be over his house. And here's me, this 19-year-old kid, being able to pick all these people's brains and stuff like that. That it's just like priceless, and when I look at it.
Yeah. Well, what are? Can you name me like 2 of like your couple of like favorite memories that you have?
Oh man, there's so many. Oof.
Like the ones that once I said that popped in your head.
The ones that popped in my head. I'm still trying to think. It's there's so many memories. Probably how I got, one's probably how I got my name Caroco.
Explain that. Actually, yeah, I like that. I like the story.
It was really funny. Back in the day, I was really kind of a rotten kid to my sister. I would always pull pranks on her, and she had pulled a prank on me, and I ended up having to like cut my hair off. And right now, it wasn't so nice. It was pretty much white up here and tan down here. And I went to capoeira class, and when when I went there, like Mr. Paul, he like laughed. He like laughed. He's like, "Oh, I think I got the perfect name for you." And so, luckily, luckily it wasn't the first name that he had in mind. I'm not gonna tell that. I'm not gonna tell that.
No.
But he said like my head looked like a seed, and it's really, to me, it's really funny because my whole life or whatever, like very distinctly shaped head. And so my mother would always tell me, hey boy, bring those corners up over here. And so she would talk about the corners of my head. When he would talk about, when he said like, oh, my head looked like a seed. So like, Caroso, that was, that was a funny thing. That's the funny reason for the name. And then I was also like the first student there in Las Vegas or whatever. And so it was like planting a seed. So that's like kind of like the nice version of how I got the name. But no, it was legitimately because of the shape of my head. So like I really love that story. Yeah, it's pretty fun, funny. I mean, probably another one. It could just be just in general, my experience. Starting the group in Guam, and starting the group in Guam. It was, to me it was a magical moment. One of my most fondest memories. Just that whole period of time of being being there, being there in Guam. All the students, some of the students there, pretty much from day one, are still there, still in my life, still training. Some of them, graduated this past formatura to Contra Mestre. So like having watching them grow up. When I started the group there, I was 23 years old, and just to see how far it's come. In 2025, it'll be our 20-year anniversary. We're gonna have a big event there, and so watching those kids grow up, and all the amazing things that they've done in Capoeira and in life or whatever. I would say that, like, looking back at that time, all the work that we put in, it just, to me, that's probably one of my like favorite, fondest memories, and it's mostly because of them. They have the dedication, very talented, and so just watching them grow as Capoeiristas, as people,
fucking killers.
Yeah, it was a magical time. It was a really magical time. Back on it, a lot of times we'll send pictures or videos like on our Guam thread about different things that have happened back in the day, and it's all great memories, and probably one of my favorite times ever.
Not just that, but like all the kids you helped back then too as well, because I've heard the stories of like all the kids that came through that have had trouble, and that they were looking for an outlet, and you were that outlet to guide them and help them become better. And that's what I've heard from the stories and stuff about your teachings out in Guam, at least. I felt honored enough that I feel like I got a smidge of that Guam training.
Oh yeah,
I got a smidge of that Guam training. I was blessed enough to get that, but for me it was always fun training. When we had those one-on-one sessions, when we would train at the park, or when we tried to open up in Cambridge, and those were fun memories. Where does becoming Mestre go up on those memories?
I'm still like trying to get, digesting all that stuff there. I just, me personally, just when I think about it, I just want to honor like my Mestre's work, try to represent his work,
right,
and the things that I've learned from him, and lately, like just career wise, it's taken me so far away from everybody that I know, and a lot of times in places that there's no capoeira at all. I'm lucky that there's a small community where I'm at here, and everybody's just amazing. Everybody's friendly here.
Where you also became a leader as well.
Yeah, well, it's just, I'm just happy to be here because they've accepted me into this community here, and as far as being being a mestre, just being able to represent my mestre's work, whenever I am able to get around and be immersed more in the culture and be around a lot of capoeira, I definitely seek to do that. Very very soon here I'll be retiring from my career, and I'll have a lot more time to dedicate to it. So it's just staying healthy, managing through the different injuries and stuff like that, and try to proceed through this next phase in my journey. I mean, that's just pretty much it.
You've had a lot of I want to say you've had really good moments. I want to say collectively in this, not this year, but like in a collective year so far. Married, kids, healthy, mestre. Like, I'm really glad to see this part of you and this phase of you. Like, for me, it's like an honor to be here and being able to talk to you, because a lot of people would be like, nah, you know what, I'm not gonna waste my time on that, or what, like, nah, I'm cool, and you've given me the opportunity to, like, even pick your brain on dumb shit that I send you, or like,
or the dumb stuff I send you, like,
I love it, dude. When you sent me that, I laughed, and I love it, because for me, it's like, I know somebody's a good friend when they're willing to talk shit to you, and they're not gonna take it personally. They know it's all jokes, and you're not gonna ever get mad about it because it's jokes. You're good friends. For a fact, I'll never say anything malicious towards you, and you're not gonna say it back to me. Yeah. So when you sent me that, I was dying, man. I was dying. I was like, this is great, And same thing with Vamp. Like, me and Vamp got a little bit closer since San Diego, and like just sending dumb shit back and forth, and and to me, that's like, that I value that. I value that in a friend, that if you can talk shit to me, cool. I love it. My weird tics, I guess. What was going through your mind when Master Machine was putting that belt around you?
I mean,
you're holding back tears.
No, the reason why I was holding back like tears then, it wasn't for me getting the belt at all. Like, I just got done. I wrote a lot. I wrote a song about my mestre or whatever, and so that was really emotional. Like, trying to I wrote it. It's funny, like, I wrote it, I practiced it a lot, so much so that, like, my 3-year-old, he memorized the whole song, so he sings it too. I was just overcome with emotion because, like, he accomplished, like, so much, and so, like, I was just so proud to be his student, and to be able to experience majority of those 25 years, and the ups and downs and all that stuff. So it was an emotional moment for me, that I was just like, holy smokes, like, I didn't even know it was going to hit, and like, I was just like, geez, now I'm like this, like
hold it,
this huge softy now. So much so, like, when I was playing a bidding bell, like, my hands started shaking and stuff, and I was just like, what is this, like? But no, it was
arthritis.
Arthritis. It was a really powerful moment, like, for me, and then just to see, like, some people that I've seen there since I was 19, have family there, have friends there, it was an amazing moment. That was it. I mean, the getting recognized for that, it is definitely an honor. I want to be able to, live up to those ideals of what a mestre is, and so it was an honor, a powerful moment. It was amazing.
Yeah, man. And shout out and congratulations to everybody. Moranga, Tim, Braza, people that right next to you, just Vampiro, like Gentile, like Volvo,
in
Volvo.
Flicon. Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
bro, seeing Braza work.
C. Paul
Huh?
too. Yeah,
So
he got
yeah,
professor. Yeah,
yep. Like seeing Braza work for his academy, like that was like he did not stop. That man was going and going. Like
yep.
that man's gonna grow, and that you know,
Oh yeah.
Bambino and Serea just work horses, man. They just work, man. They just
You came there. You came there. You came there. You started working.
oh nah,
You came to start working. 2P2. He came there. He started. He
Tupi
started
was
working.
there, and but yeah, congratulations to all of them. Moranga as a teacher, he's also taught me a lot. And, I've
Definitely.
always, like riding with him when we went to LA. One of my best Batuki events, I think, that I went to with him.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun, getting to ride with him and pick his brain. Moranga is such an interesting man. Oh man, I love talking to Moranga.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely especially to get his perspective. I value every time that he gets, like, I ask him something, I get his perspective. I value what he says. Like
1,000%.
people, the most that opinions of certain things, I trust his opinions on things.
Same thing with Tim, man. Tim's a workhorse, man. That man's always playing. He's always training. He's always trying to learn new music, man. Tim. The more this are like they worked really hard for it, and I'm glad to be there. So congratulations to all of y'all, and congratulations to you, Mestre. Without you, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be in the shape that I am. A little bit on your side right now, but I've been getting back into it.
Me too. I got I'm like,
okay. Nope. Not
gonna back into it too.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Not gonna let you. Nope. You've had you. I remember when I forgot when it was, and this will be like the last story, but like I don't remember when, but like you went. I think you were out with Pinsharu, or I don't remember who you were training with. You came back. You were stacked. You were yoked. I was like, God damn. How does this man get this big? Like, is he on roids? Like, I was looking for the track marks and shit.
No roids. It was a lot of training, a lot of eating, and then lifting weight because there was nothing else to do. I was just out there. I was out there by myself, and there was training, lifting weights, going to work, and I was.
Those mediums look super tight. Like the ones you had right now, like super tight. But I was like, God damn, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for allowing me to do this.
Definitely.
I value our friendship, and I value your mentorship, and you always got me to lean on whenever.
Thank you.
And
thank you.
I appreciate it. I'm honored, man. I'm honored to have you as a friend, honestly. Like as a close friend that I could call and be like, "Hey, man, like this is what's going on." And at the end of the day, like you're somebody that I'll always follow.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man. Thank you. It's an honor. It's an honor.
Appreciate it. So if you got this far, please like, follow, send this to everybody. I think you're an interesting man. I don't want this to be the first or the last. I don't want this to be the last time we do this. I'm gonna pick your brain again some more sooner or later.
Anytime.
I appreciate you. Click, follow, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff.
Yep. And we'll see you next time. Later, citizens.